Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Friday the 20th. Rolling through this month fairly quickly by the feel of it. And it's been a bit of a mixed bag of weather, to be honest. I think stable and settled like it was last month. But we've had some good days. This is not really one of them until this afternoon, unfortunately. Is what we've got. Sort of a couple of fronts just progressing through. Now, this is the midday chart. They should hopefully be past us by 1 o'clock. We're in a sort of gap of weather then, which will allow us to fly this afternoon, fingers crossed. General southwesterly flow, you can see the air sort of coming all the way across the Atlantic and across us. So it's got some moisture in it, that's for sure, as the fronts track across the Atlantic. But they've all generally been dying out a little bit when they get to us. So the TAF's fairly straightforward. Farnborough appears to be all day 230, 4 knots, light west southwesterly, and they're showing scattered at 3.5. That's sometime this afternoon. We're going to get that as it clears through. But the important ones for us are really these two here. Sometime between 7 and 12 UTC, or 8 and 1 local, 4,000 meters, rain broken at 1,200 feet, and then becoming sometime between 1 and sort of 4 o'clock, no significant weather. So that's when the front goes through us, and it clears up behind it. I think it'll be quite a reasonable clearance, fairly quick clearance by the looks of it. General upper winds, again, westerly really, slight southwesterly, so 260, 20 knots. Down in the channel, a little bit more southerly across the centre of the country. But again, that same sort of figure, 20, 25 knots. The fronts are rolling through fairly quickly. But there's no strong, real upper winds driving them across. So they're just sort of trotting through at sort of 30, 40 knots. Sat pic shows most of what you need to know, followed by the rainfall radar picture. So this is the clearance here. This is the gap currently into Cornwall. And the rainfall radar shows sort of 2 lines really coming across here. First one's missed us. The second one, we're in a little gap, but the second one's going to sort of come across us in the next couple of hours. And then that'll clear through, hopefully midday 1 o'clock. And behind that, yes, there is also quite showery air. It's quite unstable. So I think it'll be dry for a while, and there's a possibility of later in the afternoon seeing the odd shower. Temperature-wise, nowhere near as warm as yesterday. BBC were talking about 17 degrees in the afternoon around us. Haven't looked at the dew points and what they'll do, but I think they'll, once the front goes through, go down really, really quickly, and give us a chance of some, reasonable soaring, I think, for a bit this afternoon. So this is the late afternoon ascent around Lasham, saying cloud base going up to 3,000 feet, soarable, but pretty unstable up through here. So I suspect chances of showers and a reasonable amount of cloud as well in this area here between sort of 5 and 8,000 feet. Top Meteo, I think, has got it about right. Just a quick look at the rainfall radar. It shows this is 10 o'clock. They're suggesting clearing through by about 12 to 1 o'clock. Yeah, probably about right. And then a reasonable area here that we're in, with more showers sort of coming up the peninsula, and hopefully not really getting to us till much later in the day, if at all. So fair chance, I think, of a reasonable afternoon in terms of cloud amounts. I should think by, as I say, 12, 1 o'clock, it's clearing through. It'll turn to cumulus fairly readily. As I say, there's quite a lot of cloud in that sort of 3 to 8,000 foot band, 4 to 6 eighths at times. So soarable under this, I think, but lots and lots of cloud and spread out. lurking in there, and thermal heights there, so sort of suggesting about 1,000 meters, I think, in the area around Lasham, 1,200 meters, so 3,000 feet-ish. And also these little small cumulus bits, cumulus congestus they called it. So there will be a lot of cloud. So yeah, a flyable afternoon, local soaring, I think. Maybe even a short cross country, 100k. I think Top Meteo is slightly upbeat about the projected distance. That's actually gone down from what it was last night, but you might be able to get something out of it. But we'll certainly get half a day's flying, and hopefully the evening group will get an evening out of it as well. Airspace wise, quite quiet. Number 21 here is the Everley danger area, which is from 9 o'clock tonight till midnight, raised to 3,000 feet. Nothing else really locally. Question events down in the West Country, paragliding notified on the Cotswold edge, and that's about it really. So quite quiet on the NOTAMs front. Little bit of activity from 2EE. Fortunately, we had a very busy day yesterday, and there was no jet activity to disturb us. But today, A319 in theory departing at 13:30. So that's fingers crossed on that one. And a PA31 inbound at 11 o'clock local, and then going back out at 1400 hours. We're looking at the weather, that might be sort of bumped forward to when the rain clears. But little bits of activity, but nothing that's going to really stop us too much. So loiter around here, drink tea, and we'll go out and fly when the rain clears through in a couple of hours' time. I'll see you out there.